Afternoon, everyone. Hope people are doing well. Happy Black History Month. You know, but it's lit to be black every day, every other day, every day to infinity. We know how it is. I know how it is. You know, it's just great. We don't need a month. It's lit. It's lit to be black every year. Now, every time of the year, you know, it's great to be whatever color, whatever race you are, any day of the year. One disclaimer: anyone who has a problem with Black History Month, we have Native American History Month, we have Asian American History Month, we have History Month for we have Awareness Week for trans people. We have so many days that may not be official times in which we have days off, but in order for the government or there to be official days that don't need you to take off, pertinent to uniqueness, pertinent to the variety in types of people that we have who make up America, Asian Americans, Native Americans, we have all those days. So if you like to look online, there should be like Pacific Asian Week to get you informed, other days to get informed, to push away from the idea that the only people who are doing these things, who get these things, are black people. No, it's not. And to be honest, we've been the ones who've been oppressed the most. It is objectively true. And if you're a black Muslim woman, you get oppressed the most. Not Jewish people, because black Jewish people get shit on by white Jewish people. Black people in general are the ones who've been systemically abused the most. We are the most oppressed people. Doesn't mean we have to make a victim complex out of it, but we need to set that reality and make an effort to try and give people who are also part of traditionally oppressed groups rights like us. And we need to understand that we need to constantly make an effort to push for improving the well-being of people who are a part of traditionally oppressed groups, like African Americans, like black people, because we are still victims of the hegemony infringing on our well-being that prevents us from living lives that we want to live. So happy Black History Month. I don't know what things I'm gonna speak about for this whole month, but I did want to give an update. I did get my vaccine today. It is snowing outside, a lovely snowy cute ass day in New York. So so I wanted to do a stream outside. Very nice. I didn't work yesterday, all that shit. I have a my vaccine, I feel pretty good. There was a shorter time we got for observation if we were second dose, it seemed. My original COVID date was scheduled for yesterday, but you know, it was a storm and all that, so I was able to get a walk-in for mines because it was kind of pre-scheduled. So I kind of took it on it was already scheduled, it just had to be rescheduled. So I kind of took it on myself, since they're gonna be, you know, obviously there are gonna be less people showing in today because of the weather and all of that. I decided to just take it upon myself and try to jump in to get my second dose, and I successfully did that. So happy for that. 3 minutes, damn, I really don't have much. I'm gonna think about what things there are I can speak about. Many black things I can speak about, but this video I didn't have a specific topic outside of just quick update, you know, the fun shit. Every day there are gonna be some updates giving you information on Black history. It is very important to try and do some fact checking on top of this. While Black history is a point for information, it is the opportunity for a lot of people who are ethnocentrists, who try to make it seem like being unapologetically black while also thinking they're better than every other race is like, that's the same thing. It's like just embracing like you being unique and not superior to other people. There is gonna be those bad faith actors who are like ethnocentrists, who are racists, who are like, oh, I'm gonna marry within my own race because that's ultimate black. Any of that dumb bullshit, that shit's gonna come up. So my advice to people who are black, my advice to people outside of Black History Month, just in general, if you're part of a traditionally oppressed group or a group of people, Do not let people try and pose the argument to you that because you are part of a traditionally oppressed group, that you can all of a sudden start engaging in lines of thinking where you believe you're superior to other people. It's very common for white people, black people all of a sudden to think that they can be racist towards other people, or Indians or Jewish people who are white. Like it's very easy for people to try and develop these bad faith arguments to try and justify that if they were shit on, then they can shit on other people later. That's not how this works. So while there's a lot of cool little tidbits you may hear about Black history and a person responsible for this, I would just advise, like advised to people in the past, do your research right? Do your research. Don't be very careful about just running into shit because it's Black History Month. I can already imagine one of the things that are going to come up are like the Black Panthers are responsible for WIC and something like that. If you look up the fact check for that, there was no proof of that. Now, did the Black Panthers have some program where like they had a free meal? I think it was breakfast as opposed to just meals for like in general. Is it something tangential that's very different and somewhat similar to what we have as WIC? Yes. But is that something that the government got from Black people in order to push forth for everyone else? No, it's not. So that's one thing I'll fact check. The whole WIC it originated from the Black Panthers. That's not true. Outside of that, you know, it's great. Get a vaccine. As a minority, as an African American, as a person of a traditionally oppressed group, you must realize that you are at greater risk. Some of our habits, some of our foods we eat, some of our, maybe these are things I'm probably going to speak on depending, right? I'll speak about maybe mental health at some point. I'll probably speak about other things. I'm going to put a disclaimer again. I'm not a medical professional. These are just going to be my views based off what I've read, based off of the literature that I've engaged in. So if you see me one time mentioning about racial and ethnic disparities in pain management, or racial and ethnic disparities in mental health, or what should we do as Black people when we're talking about crimes, like something I read today about some nigga jumping into a dude's studio and shooting him in Staten Island. This happened weeks ago. A 23-year-old, that shit gotta stop. When this coonery, when this buffoonery, dumbass, when that shit gonna stop? But that'll be in other videos. But this note, vaccine dose 2, day 0.5, because I got it like around 10 something this morning. I'm feeling good. It's pretty good. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit.